Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead. Welcome back to Shamrock Valley. So it's first day of spring. Lights changed a little bit, it's a little bit brighter. Just out with the big Massey, just doing a bit of cultivating. Cork, it looks a bit different up here than the last time I was up here doing the harvest at the end of last year. But yeah, it's a nice sunny morning, had some rain overnight. We've got some more forecast, which could be a bit of a problem, but we'll see how we get on, and we can get on with this anyway. So we've got a few things. I finished off field 1. I've also cultivated field 3 in the meantime, sorted out the animals, though of course they need doing again. Cows particularly, I didn't do them yesterday afternoon because we were busy in the fields, so they need doing again. We've had some more sheep, and we should be about to get our first batch of calves. So yeah, it's all coming along nicely. So we've got cultivated field 3, so we've got field 1 done, field 3's done. So we've got to 38 and 37 we did at the end of last year, but they're ploughed, they haven't been cultivated yet. 37 still needs slurrying. 17 and 15 need do they need cultivating? They need ploughing. Actually 15 might need ploughing. No, apparently not. So yeah, so we've got those, they won't take very long. So a bit of cultivating, a bit of slurrying, maybe a bit of animals as well. Lots to do. Sorry, I forgot the button. Unfold 5. There we go. Where are we on the field? Okay, that's fine. Lower it down. I don't really need the lights on, do we? It's not that dark. But of course when I set off. But already the mornings are starting to get lighter, so that's good sign of, well, I mean, spring is here, it's early spring though, so sign of spring probably coming in. Let's take this steady around here. So yeah, I think it might be time to buy a new field, and I think we'll head to a different part of the map, just so we, you know, explore a little bit more of it. We're never going to get to the point of getting all the fields, but it's just nice to spread them out, just visit different parts, different areas. So yeah, so we've got slurrying to do. May not have enough. I sold the rest of those bales yesterday as well, so there were 5 more silage bales plus the manure, so we got 25 grand from the biogas plant overnight. So there should be an amount of digestate, not as much as we've had previously, but an amount, so there'll be that as well that we can use, plus we've got a little bit already up at the pigs, not a massive amount again, but some. So yeah, it's all coming on quite nicely really, so let's just step out of the trail. I missed a bit. Might just move the camera around actually. Get a better view of what I'm doing. It's quite a chunky field this. We might actually give it a bit of beans for a start so we get uphill. We might actually put this on a worker, and I'm afraid this is my semi-realistic, so I try not to jump the vehicles, but I'm going to have to, because otherwise you're going to sit and watch me cultivate this entire field, which would take a fair chunk of time. So let's keep it a bit more. That was badly done, look at that. Not that it matters overly, I could actually leave the edges till the last anyway, but technically I should do really. Maybe not with it. There we go. Better. Yeah, so we'll just try and get a little bit of these edges done. No doubt there'll be bits to tidy up later. I had a worker do a lot of field 9 yesterday, well, field 3 rather, while I sorted out the animals, but yeah, there was a fair amount of tidying up to be done after the fact, as one might expect. Now, have I missed that, or is that just because of the field boundary that it won't change that edge? No, maybe I missed actually, because I've missed bits at the top too. Right. Technically, of course, shouldn't be doing this, turning the corners like that, but there you go. Now, trick is figure the shape of the field. What's the best way for a worker to work? I think, actually, whoa, before I drive over the wall, it's going to be going this way. That wasn't very nicely done, was it? I do like this cultivator, actually. I really like enjoying using it. It's good. So we'll get this going. Try and neaten this up a little bit. As you can tell, I'm not particularly got used to manoeuvring around a field with the wheel yet. It seems so much more intuitive on the controller, but having played it for the last 3 or 4 years with just a controller, that's hardly surprising. Let's try and do it without driving over the wall this time. Better. There we go. It is a slightly awkwardly shaped field. I do like this field. It's in a lovely location, right on the edge of the map. It was very worthwhile getting it. Even if the harvester we had did struggle with it, though I figured out that was because of the header we'd got. The harvester itself was actually fine, so maybe that Cressoni header was just a little bit too big for that harvester. But when I was a bit worried about doing the sunflowers. Sunflowers? Yeah, the sunflowers with it down near the pigs, but actually it did it fine. But that was because I'd obviously got the smallest sunflower corn header. So yeah, it was struggling with the Cressoni. That was the problem, rather than necessarily the combine itself just not liking the hills. A little bit, I need the camera to touch. There we go. I'm afraid I'm a very long way off, but I'll do this in first person. Beautiful. So if you're new out there, welcome to Farming Simulator. I know there's quite a lot of people starting to pick up the game a bit now. It's on PSN. I've mentioned this in my last stream as well, actually. Yeah, it's fascinating. All the people coming on some of the Facebook groups and you know, asking questions about how do I do this, how do I do that, best way to do this, best way to do that. It's great. Love it. Oops, wrong way. I will put this in a workout, otherwise you're going to painfully watch me do this all day. And it's quite slow because I'm really struggling to get used to manoeuvring this around the edges of the field. But we're getting there. And actually this bit's the worst bit anyway because it's really narrow, so you're basically spending half your time manoeuvring. Uh-oh, here comes the rain. Tell you what though, we're actually nearly finished. I'm tempted, well I'm nearly finished. We've done probably the worst bit. What's left is fairly easy, so let's do this. Lower that down. Try and get this corner here. There we go. Right, we're going to go across the field, start doing these long bits, and we'll do it in sections. They get inside, it's raining. That's better. Ooh, I really need to clean this tractor. That's better. It was getting a bit fiddly doing that top section. I suppose it's quite a big cultivator for that really tiny patch of field. Probably could have done a diagonal on here. Oh, there's the train. Sip of coffee. I heard it, can't see it unfortunately. Nope, can't see it. Go, give it some welly, make sure we don't miss a bit. There's a few patches here and there I have to come around. My OCD won't let me get away with it. Jump out a sec. This is particularly tricky. Back on the line, there we go. And we're away without over adjusting, thank you very much. Of course a straight line would have been better. How not straight is that? Let's try and get this straighter. Get rid of these weeds as well, though I dare say they'll pop up again. We're going to spray this year. I tried a couple of times different ways using hand weeders and stuff like that, but I think we end up spraying. I suppose if we're fast enough, depending on how quickly they seem to come up really fast, I can try a weeder, which I don't think I've got actually. So So yeah, that could be the answer. We'll have to see. There you go, try and get it nice and straight. Just try and catch this edge because I think I might have missed a little bit as we're going round. Slightly better, not humongously, but slightly better. No, it didn't work. Actually, isn't taking too long. No, I thought this was going to be really, really slow, but actually it's not too bad. Good. So we'll stick with it. Probably not doing it as neatly or realistically as I might, but you know what? Let's get it done. Camera's not in the right position again. There we go, that's better. Yeah, coming along nicely. It was just that first bit. I'll look at that view of that castle and the beach over there. That looks brilliant, that does. So just a few more rows, it won't take long, a few more runs. Won't take long at all actually. Quite a lot of weather, obviously there's quite a lot of weather forecast, there's quite a lot of rain forecast over the next few days actually. And today in particular, it's on and off pretty much. Whoa, there's the hedge. On and off pretty much all day. Slightly better angle. There we go, floor it. But I mean that's fine. Things like cultivating, slurrying, all okay. Do a bit dry when we seed, but it's far too cold for that yet. See what the temperatures creep up like towards the end of the day or mid-afternoon, depending on whether or not we actually get any sun to warm up the soil. But at the moment it's just too cold to start seeding and planting. So we'll have to see how we do. Overcooked it yet again. There we go, fine. It's fine, I don't want to mess up the line too much, so we'll stick to this edge, try and straighten it up. So much we're using a worker. We're nearly done. Only snag of live streaming this map. Normally I'd have done this on a time lapse or something. Oh, wowzers. I really haven't got the hang of this yet, have I? I'm really getting used to this wheel for this more intricate manoeuvre stuff. It still to me feels a touch unsensitive, although I've got the sensitivity of the steering maxed out at 200%, but at the same time, so I don't find it that sensitive, and certainly the return is way too slow. So I'll get used to it eventually. God, there's a car down at the castle, really? Ooh, two. Someone visiting on this weather. Lovely though, that slightly, I'm going off again, slightly brighter light of spring. Is quite different to the light of the winter. It's quite nice actually. Feels a bit fresher again already, despite the fact that there's no growth on the trees just yet. Great demand at the manure sell point. Oh, I'm selling my manure at the BioGasPlant, so it's fine. Thank you very much. I appreciate it nonetheless. So do one more pass at that strip, and then probably 3, including this one. Oh wait, on here, I'm guessing. Really matter which side I'm on for this pass. There we go. We'll get this done, no problem at all. Cool, feels me done. Ooh, right, temperatures up to 2 degrees. Oops. Air temperatures up to, oh, I missed a bit. Seriously, come on. How could I miss that? Yeah, took my eyes off it, that's why. Air temperature's up to 2 degrees. Ground temperature's still at 1, so yeah, we're still a little way off. In fact, actually, I might just do. I'll go do that bit at the bottom that I missed. We'll put a work on that last patch, and while we do that, we'll have a chat. We'll look at the menus and stuff, just so I can stop driving for a second and we can have a look. Just going to spin it round. Too tight a corner to go back. Right, take that down, and then that'll do that bit. This will do that bit. Nice. There we go, and away. Right, let's watch a pro do it. Well, the hired help anyway. Okay. Oh, tree. I saw that tiny little tree and I thought, that's going to cause us problems. And guess what? Oh, come on, seriously. Hold it up, get out the way. Tiny little tree like that. Okay. Right. Okie dokes. Worker it is. Okay, so while we're doing that. So yeah, yeah, we're now to 41 sheep, which is pretty good going. Cows are about to start calving, which is great, but they really need some food. They really need some of that grass at least. Maybe we should go do that next actually. We'll head back to the yard. At least give them some food and water, actually, and clean them out. Yeah, okay. So everything really. Straw they're alright for, I can do that later. The sheep aren't too bad. Now the pigs, they need food and water, but oh, this is the new pig, so I fed them last night. They're going to need some more later today, but I'll leave that, do that later. They really need cleaning out, but other than that, they're alright for now too. But we're going to head down there anyway, so we'll go and oh, that wasn't what I was going to look at. I was going to look at this. Yeah, we need 5 degrees before we can do anything. That's what I thought. I just thought I'd check. 6 degrees for oats. So it'll be tomorrow at the earliest, probably, before we can start seeding, but that's okay because we need to cultivate and slurry as many fields as we can. So that's not a problem. And then hopefully next time we'll be able to start seeding. There you go, watch the pro do it. So that should now be a pretty clear field. Yeah, that's fine. Good. So yeah, so that's field 9. So field 1 had, and that's the other thing we need to think about. Field 1 had cereal crop, Field 3 had canola, Field 9 had cereal crop, Field 15 had corn, Field 17 had sunflowers, this had sugar beet, that had potatoes. So, if we look at that from a crop rotation perspective, anything that had cereal is going to have canola, anything that had canola is going to have corn, which will give us a good crop of corn, so this is good. Where there was corn, we'll have sunflowers, where there was sugar beet, we'll have corn. So we're getting a lot of corn, crikey. Okay, which kind of leaves us our potatoes, which don't fit any of those. And so this is the only thing with this. There's only. Should have gone the other way, shouldn't I? Yeah. So you can only have 4 plants. 4 different crop types, and yet there are more than 4 crop types. That's a little bit poor, actually. I suppose. Oh, but it considers corn to be a cereal. Oh, okay, then that's my fault. So there's grass, root, nightshade, cereal, legume, oilseed. Yeah, there is still more than, and cereal. There is still more than 4 crop types. But it's true to say that actually I've got technically what was cereal should be canola, which would make more sense. I don't particularly need a large thing of sunflowers. And can I change this to be, if I make that, no, that doesn't help either. See, potatoes are a little problem because actually there are very few things that you can put in afterwards. In fact, there's nothing you can put in afterwards actually that will get you a decent crop, in which case it doesn't matter. So how about we put soybeans in where the potatoes were in that case, and Yeah, again, actually, sugar beet, you're a little bit limited. It really does look like it's corn. If I'm going to put corn where I had canola, that's quite a big field already. So you know what? I'm going to put a legume in there too. If I put... Yeah. Though canola will make sense because it's a good price, good yield, and actually I need it for the animals, for the pigs. So you know what, let's stick with that. So fine, so canola where the sunflowers were, soybeans where the potatoes were. Done. Okay, gotcha. Have we ended up here? Worker A has completed their task and driven through the hedge. Actually, Worker A has completed their task. There's a patch there I can see, look, that needs doing. That would have been me then, not our worker friend. Oh, actually, yeah, several. Right, so we'll just get this done. Last view down to the harbour. That is an amazing view. Let's get back in the warm and the dry. Quick run down, close the gate. Okay, so back to the farm. I mean, of course, ideally I'd have follow me and I'd be able to take both the cultivator and the and another tractor to do the slurry all back down to the farm, but I don't. So we'll grab, I think the JCB, that's the one. I did bring it back up to the yard yesterday, tail end of yesterday. So that's now back up at the yard. So we need to take that down to the pig farm, and we can do a bit of slurry. And we're just going to wait for the snow to clear so we can slurry more of the fields down there. So let's go do that. 2 of them have already been done. What's that? Slurry, digestate, spread, whatever that is. Digestating. That's disgusting. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Yeah, so we'll head down. First, before that, we'll do a little bit of work, just the quickest bit of work at the cows, just some water, clean them out, and give them whatever's left of the TMR. I'll make some more. There is some in the mixing wagon, so we'll give them that. It'll only take a couple of minutes. I'm going to go, sorry. You're just going to slow me down, despite the fact there's one of your mates just in front of us, who's also going to slow me down. Overtake. Tractor racing. I'm really quick. We'll get out ahead of this bloke coming. A little bit tight through that. So as I said, it's really brightening up. Things are starting to look, I wouldn't say greener, but just a little bit fresher, you know. So spring is definitely on its way. Proper. We should start seeing some growth on the trees and a little bit of growth in the fields. Most of the snow is gone. But I'd expect all of the snow would have gone by the end of the day, given the amount of rain we've got forecast. I guess we'll see. So for right now, I'm just going to put this over here, out of the way a little bit. In fact, I could even give it a wash before I use it again, given I've parked it in front of the jet wash. That might make sense. It will clean up a little bit in the rain actually as well. So speaking of, yep, good. Where did I leave the JCB? I think it's in here. Yeah. And conveniently, right next to the mixing wagon. I could probably take that snowplow back to the dealers. It doesn't look like we're going to get any more snow. So I'll try and do that later. Got bales a bit all over the shop. We need to get through some of these. Might get some more cows and maybe we'll get a bigger mixing wagon. We're not short of money, so it would kind of make sense. Right, let's just, I'm not going to do straw right now because I did just finish off the one bale that was in here yesterday. But if I can find the magic broom, which by the way still isn't working down the pigs, so despite the fact that the snow is pretty much all gone, it will not clean up the pigs. So we'll go check that out, see if it will now work or not. But this one's working alright. The one at the sheep is working okay. It's just the one down at the pigs that's not working properly, and I'm not sure why. Oh, oops, how did I do that? Ah well, whatever. Good. Close that one. Open this one. So there's not a lot in here, but it'll be enough to keep me going during the day. I'll come and do a bit later on. Whoa, and a big pile of manure again. Yeah, I think a bigger mixing wagon is actually not a bad idea, is it? Because that's not even half what they need. Okay, so water is the only other thing that they're really short of. We clean them up. That's fine. So let's just reverse this out of here. Shut that. Oh, shut that gate, door, whatever you want to call it. It feels funny calling that a gate, solid metal barrier. No, it's not really a door though, is it? Right, so let's just go put this away. I don't want to worry about it too much, but I don't really want to leave it in the rain either, because I will need it later. So I need to take back the seed as well. It's quite funny having left that there all year since we last used it. I'm actually going to take it back. I'm going to have a swap over. I don't very often do this, but I'm going to swap it for the seeder that I've got on No Man's Land, and bring the one that I've got on No Man's Land back here. They just seem wrong for whatever reason for each farm. So I'm actually going to swap them around because I really like both of them. We'll get a little bit more use out of them than something else. That's what I'm thinking. Do we own that, or is it leased? Yeah, we own it. I thought so. Oh, not finished. Oh my goodness, they need a lot of water. Wowzers. Well, like I say, it's enough for now. It'll keep them going. Just put this back, leave it to fill up. before I switch the engine off. It's not like I'm leaving it. Right. So let's head down to the pig farm then. Set of lights wouldn't be a bad idea. Whoops. There we go. Have a cup of coffee. A sip of coffee, should I say. So yes, if I remember rightly, I've already slurried the smaller of these two fields. So it's just the potato field and this one here, the corn field, left to do up here, or down here rather, should I say. Of course, I haven't done 1 or 3 yet, and I'm not sure I'll have enough to do them as well. The seeder I'm going to get does take fertilizer, so they'll get a level of fertilization to start with anyway. I think I'm going to spray preemptively for weeds. Though I don't know, yeah, I did say I might get a weeder, I don't know. So many options. Oh, clear that way. Not clear this way. Probably just sneak around. Very steep turn before this chap gets in. Okay, wow, he's driving really slowly, so I'm going to nip in. Okie dokie, so there's our lovely slurry spreader. So we'll just back this up. Right, quick look, what do we need to do at the pigs here, urgently? Actually, you know what, cleanliness, everything else is fine. Cleanliness is the only real issue. Have they run out of straw yet? Almost, right, so by the end of the day I should be able to come shift that manure, and that'll be the manure finished here. Because we're going to go over to let them produce slurry. So let's try this. We've had a lot of rain, we've had another night without snow. Let's see if we can clean up them pigs. No, broom's broke. Right, so I need to bring something down with the front. Oh, yeah. I need to bring something down with the front loader. That just won't go. It won't work at all. Oh, come on, seriously. Just won't clean up. What if I get rid of that last patch of snow? Is that, surely that's not wide, that's miles away. Because I can sweep up the snow, or maybe is it because I've been sweeping up the snow with it and it's messed it up? Because it has worked since I last cleared some snow with it. No, still not. Right, okay, yeah, this might need to go back, actually, we might need to get another one. Oh well. Fine, hello please. Try not to eat too much of that manure. Hey Zeke, how's it going? Keeping you lane? No chance. No way. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Chat. You know what I mean. So let's have a quick look at the map a sec. Yeah, so I have fertilisers. Well, I thought I had. Okay. So yeah, 38 and 17 are done. 37 and 15 need doing, and then of course there's also 1, 3 and 9, but I'm not going to have enough slurry to do all of those. Digestate even. You know what I mean. So hey Vinzy. Been a bit quiet on here this morning. I'm beginning to get the impression that people aren't that keen on watching Shamrock Valley. No Man's Land is way more popular. I'm going to stick with it because the maps that I want to replace it with aren't out yet, so that is what it is. Come on, beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. Get these on. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Quick to hide. I was up playing Breakpoint with some mates, with a mate last night, so yeah, it was a little bit of a slow start to the morning, so I'm actually running a bit later than usual. I might have to switch that off, I only want to put the indicator on. But yeah, no, I'm fine. Enjoying this. Enjoying No Man's Land. Ah! Sell points are gradually going in. Right, let's do this thing. Lovely. Looks much better with a coating of slurry than it did with a coating of lime. Let's try not to get it into the river though. I think that would be a bad thing. Broom frozen up. Yeah, they're all good, thanks. Thanks, Nick. How about you? Everyone okay? You still really busy at work? So I've been pretty busy. I was actually working yesterday and late Thursday. I think I sent an email at like 2 o'clock in the morning after I finished that stream. Oh goodness, this is going to take a few trips back and forth. I hope we've got enough actually. Yeah, 1 or 2 trips. Okay. I should be on the cornfield first. Oh well. Still talking. Yeah, indeed. I've had similar comment from people at work. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not sure that they are still talking, so I think they're doing better. I think it's a strain, right? People aren't used to spending quite so much time all together, especially the kids. You know, it's. I mean, technically we're not under full lockdown anymore, but we're also not really allowed to take the kids anywhere. So, apart from taking them for a drive in the car, there's not a lot we can do. Oh, I've got something. I know that those sugar beet have been there for a while. That looks... Oh no, that's just texture, that's fine. But maybe I'd got some manure that hadn't quite gone in properly. Yeah, I mean I've got yeah, I've got colleagues who live in a studio flat with a young, you know, with the wife and a young child, and they just think, oh my goodness me, working from home in that kind of environment, that's got to be hard work. I'm quite lucky that we've got a bit of space. Sometimes it can still get annoying, especially with the kids doing school at the same time, but no, it's not too bad here. Hey Kathy, how are you? Can't leave the flat at all. Oh my goodness me. Where are you based, Kathy? Yeah, I have to say we went out last weekend. In fact, actually I've got a video of it. I haven't put it up yet. I'll put it up on my Adventures in Dubai playlist on my channel. Yeah, we went out for a drive into the desert, drove around some lakes and stuff. Even though the current selection is the same. Yeah, and that's the thing. Oh, in East Anglia, so you can't go out at all, or you just choosing not to? I think that's the thing, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, like you see, we could do more, right? You know, we've had the bulk of our food has been delivered to the house for the last 6-7 weeks now. Oh, that was it. We could go do shopping more regularly. Malls are now open for what they call urgent, you know, necessities. But why you need to go to a mall for anything that's an urgent necessity, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so you're right. It's just not worth the risk. Now, if you're in a risk category, I mean, I think my mum's the same. She's barely been anywhere for a very long time. More because of my stepdad, to be honest, apart from anything else, who's got asthma. But yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, and so it's interesting that they've loosened it a little bit. So the advice is still to work from home, but 30% of the workforce, if that's not possible, are still allowed to go into the office. Any one time we don't. Our firm's taken a decision that we will not go into the office unless it's essential, which for the most part isn't for us, to be fair. That's it. I have had someone in the office from my team every day this week, but only one person at a time. But no, I mean, apart from 2 trips out, one to a little supermarket nearby and one to a local hardware store because I needed something, we haven't been going out, and yet there are still a lot of people out. And the trip last weekend was the only trip that we've done, and we literally just stayed in the car the whole time. We didn't get out anyway. But it is hard. But farming's a great way to get out of it. Right, so let's do this then. But it's sensible. You know, all of this loosening up of restrictions and stuff, I don't believe in it. I'm sorry. You know, the virus is still there, and you know, it's sort of, you know, you question whether it's worth it really. It is becoming tough though. There's no question. Hey, switch off. Oi. Let's do this end bit, then it'll be slightly easier to turn. Yeah, the challenge we've got at the moment is we don't have to be able to get back to the UK for a holiday in the summer, which is what we were planning. Which, you know, is unfortunate, but again, even if we did. Yeah, well, indeed, and that's the thing, Zeke. Indeed, that is true. And therefore there's a limit as to how much it's worth the risk, right? It just means that, you know, we won't have seen family since Christmas at all, because they've not been able to make it over here, and now it's looking like we probably won't be able to go over there, because even if we do go, we'll have to go in quarantine for 2 weeks, and I don't know how we can do that. We don't have a house, so yeah, it's tricky. Plus it means we'll be spending the entire summer over here, where it's really, really hot. But hey, enough. 28th you get shopping. Yeah, and this is a problem, right? So yeah, getting slots, and we've noticed, I mean, here's pretty decent for it, right? Most places deliver their food. We even some occasions had food delivered anyway, but even now sometimes getting a slot can be really tricky, and even then getting the food that you ordered, you know. But well, good luck with it, Kathy. 28th, that's ages away. That's a week and a half. Nearly 2 weeks. Good grief. Oh. Yeah, like Zeke says, hang in there. Crikey. It's hot outside, at least it's raining in Shamrock Valley. Could be worse. Can't beat a bit of rain. Yeah, yeah, and that's exactly, no, that's true, especially if you're in a high risk category. I think it's still, it's, from what we've heard, it sounds like even in the UK where they've said, you know, children can go back, it still sounds like it's a little bit, I don't know, undecided, unclear. Yeah, exactly, I'd agree. That can be hard work though. I know our kids are missing school. Oh, come on, 3,000. Come on, we can do it, we can do it. We will not need to go back and refill just to do one tiny little patch of whiteness. Ah, yes. Ha ha, look at that. Beautiful. Woohoo. Nice. Looks much better not being bright white. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Zeke, I have to say. I think, you know, if it's 1st of June, you might as well give it a month before summer holidays or so you might as well just wait. Leave it till September. This is what our schools have done. The schools here are all shut until September. Fortunately though, it's the Eid holiday next week, so they've got a bit of time off, I've got a bit of time off, not that we can do a lot with it, but you know, and it's a little bit frustrating for us, you know, we came out here for an adventure and actually can't go anywhere. Oh yeah. I'm good at shifting it. That's work, isn't it? Surely. It's just moving it around. One place to another. Right, let's put that in here. So it's only got one left. So we might have some to do. I want to think about, I don't know, getting a tanker or something to move it up there though, because it's a long way to keep coming back and forth with every 11,000 litres of... See, I don't want to shut that, I didn't particularly need to. I do love this, it's awesome. In fact, I don't know why I did that, because actually I'm going to have to go through there, go fill it up in a minute. Always. Yeah, I'm enjoying that landscape on No Man's Land, it's so satisfying. Watch out, it's going to be a lightsaber fight in the garden. I did slurry this bit, right? I've done this bit already. Kind of hard to tell, it was a while ago. But it's still got a fertilization level. I reckon I must have done, I can't remember. Yeah, I must have done. Right, let's go. Ooh, I need to do some work on this tractor. And refuel it. Yeah, I'm going to put in, so I bought some more land on No Man's Land. I'm going to put in a, I think I might put the spinnery in, and there's a mod, is it a farm shop mod and a fuel station? So not a sell point, but a buy point actually. Just have one a bit closer to the farm. Just because it looks good. This doesn't feel like a very big field until you start spreading 11,000 litres of digestate over it, and then all of a sudden, wowzers, it feels slightly large. Yeah, note to self, definitely don't shut that gate. We'll be doing that at least 2 or 3 times. There we go, we're out. Hey Jeff, I'm alright, thank you. How are you? Long time no speak. How you been? Everyone okay your end? That's it. A person goes through slurry so fast for low stockpile to make it worth it fractionally. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it's alright. Well, I mean, of course, what it is it's the digestate, so it's the byproduct from the silage and the manure that I'm selling at the biogas plant. I'll get it right in a minute. Just realised I'm sat here with the controller and steering wheel in front of me, and I'm still using the controller. Ground colour isn't changing? Don't say that. I think it is. Let's have a look. Yep. It's alright. Sorry. Didn't mean to stop in the middle of the road. It's Zeke's fault. Yeah. It's tough, Jeff. Kathy's in the same boat. We were just chatting through that, actually. Yeah, and we went through that. Well, we still are really. I'm of the opinion there's just no point in going anywhere unless you absolutely have to, because it's just not worth the risk, regardless, right? Hey, insert, how you doing? Well, no, that's fine. No worries. Thanks for stopping in and say hello. 3 AM, eh? Yeah, that's what I did last night. There you go. Now that's funny. Same Jeff. Now isn't that funny? Jeff, you've been watching me for ages and Kathy and I have only just started chatting. That's hilarious. What a small world. Brilliant. That's very funny. Same Jeff. Now I get the connection. Do you find that by driving on snow and then coming back to FS you oversteer? I haven't done much snow runner this week, to be fair. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I'm still trying to get used to the wheel on FS at the moment. So a lot of the stuff I'm doing on FS, I'm actually doing the steering wheel. I think I've been playing FS too long for anything on snow runner to affect me. She does listen. It's like backseat chatting. I'm not taking sides, Kathy. I'm an impartial reader of comment. Let's see. You're right though, Zeke. It's not obvious, is it? It really isn't. Oh yeah, just about. If the glint of the sunshine is in the right direction. And on that basis, well, not on that basis, not only do I want to bring the camera down a bit, but I also want to... Now this is weird. I'm using a pedal but using the controller to steer because I just picked it up to change the camera angle a bit. Right. Let's do this. Don't need these on. Oh, wrong button, sorry. Again, problems of switching between controller and steering wheel. There we go, right, we're on. Too late for that, Z. You've done it now. You're right though, it's a subtle, it's a very subtle change, but it gives it a slightly more even texture and a very slightly browner colour. Now, if I figure out which one of these it is, oh, I didn't want to do that. That one. Sorry, wrong button. And then I'll quickly change it. Actually, this is a real pain in the neck because I'm going to keep moving the camera. Okay, fine. Sorry folks, I'm still getting used to the setup. There we go, we're off. It's probably quicker and easier to do this with the controller. What do I reckon? 1 or 2 more loads. What RAM model? It is it'll come to me in a minute. It's a G29, and it's got a big PS thing on the front, so that doesn't tell me. It's a Satec. Satec, not Satec. What's the other bunch? It's not Satec. Logitech. It's a Logitech G29. Well, I figured, you know, spending so much time at home and a little bit more time than usual playing games, and in particular FS, it just seemed like the right time. I also treated myself to the side panel too, which I am loving, but still learning. Problem is that during the week, when I'm just sort of sat messing and doing mainly doing landscaping, I default back to the controller. Right, so we're away. Yeah, I looked at some others, but it's a bit of an old standard. It's old technology, which to me is a good thing. Apparently, some of the others use belts rather than gears for the force feedback, and actually, a little bit of me thinks, a belt, really, a belt, you know. I know the gears sound a bit rough and they feel a bit clunky, but belts just feel like something that could wear and become loose. I'm going to worry about mine. It didn't show a change. Didn't used to waste all that digester. Oh, I see. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, they and that's the thing. So the G29 is so much cheaper than others of comparable function. Plus I like the fact that the pedals actually have a clutch, not that I do a lot of driving at the moment, and it's fair to say it didn't improve my rallying, so that would need a lot of practice. Yeah, no worries. But the side panel's awesome. It's just a question of getting used to all the buttons. So turn it on is 4. Okay. So I should be able to do that now. I'm on Alien Jim's Discord. Yeah. Haven't we chatted on there? Or are you talking to Zeke? And yeah, so the challenge I've got is, I suppose I could do, yeah, I should get into the habit. So Titch very kindly posted me a link the other day on the Discord. Wants me to get a Thrustmaster, but yeah, more expensive. Yeah, exactly. No, that's the thing. But yeah, because the trick is then that means I've got to do that while I'm streaming. There's no easy way to, at least not that I'm aware of, to automatically post to a Discord channel as well. But you're right, it would be good, and I'm hoping then more of the guys in the chat, the Discord would join too, which would be nice. Yeah, Titch was on the other day, on Thursday evening and Friday morning actually. Yeah, I'll look into that, Kathy. It's a good suggestion, thank you. Just try and square this out a little bit. We sort of followed a very strange line. Let's swing it. Controversially, we're going to go the other way. There we go. Come on, JCB, you can do it. How about we start at the top of the field, so at least as we go down the field it gets lighter. Might need to replace this. Yeah, I'm in the list as a streamer. I was looking at it the other day actually, but there is quite a list. I didn't even realise that list of everybody and everybody's statuses and all that was even there. I only found it the other day. So don't worry about it. It's fine. Thanks, Betty. I usually eventually get around to posting it. The problem is streams on YouTube variably takes so long to come up these days. You know, they actually take so long to appear on my channel, such that I've then got access to be able to link them. It's a bit slow. I mean, yesterday morning's stream, it was late last night by the time it actually appeared on my channel, and I was actually able to post it. We missed a spot. Oh, I will get that later. Ugh, one more trip, I reckon. They're doing good though. One big field cultivated, 2 small-ish fields. Oh, come on, get to the end, get to the end, get to the end. Almost. Two medium-sized fields for this map, spread with the old digestate. Quick. Whoa, oversteer. What I don't like about using a wheel on here, I'll tell you this, Zeke, is I've got this set at 200% sensitivity, and it is nowhere near sensitive enough. But it's the highest it'll go. Now I don't know if that's the wheel or if it's just the game, I'm not sure. It just seems to need way too much turning. Oh, I haven't watched Farmmen for ages. We're away. So how much? Oh, I didn't notice how much we got left. How much we got left? 36,000 litres. Okay, so it's not much. It's not going to be much enough to do. Who's at 64.6 thousand? Me? No, I'm not. You must be talking about Farmmen, surely. I haven't hit 100 yet, unless something really, really weird happened overnight. Mind you, there seem to be some funny things going on YouTube. My view numbers keep going up and down all over the place. It's really weird. They drop. They vary between about count of about 10 during the day, and you know, for someone who only gets about 50 or 60 views a day, that's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of variance. I'm currently at about 89, which is actually not bad. Yeah, it's jumped up quite a bit recently, which is quite pleasing. It's growing gradually. Yeah, I need to watch more of your videos actually, Kathy. I watched one the other day. It was good. And you have a definite if you want to see someone who's good at landscaping, Zeke, you need to watch Kathy. Look at some of the stuff she's done on No Man's Land. And we need to do some SnowRunner multiplayer, Zeke. We still need to sort that out. I think probably off screen, at least to start with, till we get used to it. Tiny's got it now as well, so actually I'm going to regret trying to do this sometime. Let's do this tiny little corner. There we go, done. Actually, you know what, while we're here, let's spin around. Under my name it shows 64.6 thousand subscribers. Okay, that's just YouTube being funky. That's weird. Well, that's awesome. Then they can start paying me, right? I don't see that happening. Yeah, I think that might be wrong, sadly. Pity. Yeah, definitely. I'll see if you're on. I haven't actually played SnowRun for a little while. I've got so much footage that I've captured and haven't even yet released that it's, you know, a little bit further down the list at the moment. And I've been really focusing on, well, actually a bit of combination of obviously doing this and doing the old landscaping on No Man's Land, which was good. That was a couple of 3 hours in the evenings this week, and an hour or two editing on top, and then and some train sim world. I'm really loving my trains at the moment, so there'll be more trains coming, Jeff. I'm going to go over to actually I'm sticking on Tees Valley, but I'm going to go over to a different loco for a change. We've been on the Class 37 for a while, so just for a little change we're going to move over to a different loco. And I might, there's a sale on the PlayStation Store at the moment actually for Train Sim World. Now, where have we got patches that I've missed? There's a little strip over there. It looks like, oh, there's fiddly JCB. Yeah, there's a little patch there we've not quite got. And then there's another one here. Yeah, thanks, Lee. I tell you what, I'm enjoying it too. I love that map for that. Just sandbox, you know, do what you like with it. I like playing maps like this that are incredibly detailed, that look, oh no, okay, fine, we're not having that. I'm not leaving a patch. We'll fill it up, we'll do this bit on the way up, and then maybe we'll take this back up to the main farm, and we can do a bit up there, and maybe we've got loads of money and overspend it. Maybe we'll get a tanker, and we'll take some up. We could perhaps do one of the fields up there another time. Yeah, but yeah, so I love maps like this, but I love the complete freedom to do No Man's Land. It really forces you into it. The challenge I've got is that whenever I start a map, I always go, I just want to play it the way it was designed. I like the way that the yards are designed, the unique elements that, you know, the map designers have put in and all that sort of stuff. And so I tend to go, no, I'm just going to play it as it is. No worries, thanks, Zeke. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I don't. Now, Jeff, tell me, Jeff. I'm going to put you on the spot now, but you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I do Train Sim World. Some of it's without commentary and in real time. Some of it is with commentary and in real time. And I've done one time lapse. What's your preference? I'm curious. I asked that on a video a couple of weeks ago. You may not have seen it yet, and didn't get any response. And I did one in 2 exact different versions. And I'm just because I don't know. I just thought I'd try it. Frankly, partly else. And I don't know what people prefer. And I think some people prefer it without commentary because they just like train nuts and they just like watching the trains. Some perhaps, you know, like a bit of chatter, because I'm not sure I've got the patience to sit and watch someone else play Train Sim World. To all intents and purposes, you know, farming's a bit different, right? Train Sim World, you play this is the scenario, or this is the route, and everyone else playing it will play it not exactly the same way, but it's to all intents and purposes the same, right? And so I'm not sure I'd have the patience to sit and watch 40 minutes of oh yeah, you had some rain the other day. Yeah, so I'm not sure I'd have the patience to sit and watch 40 minutes of no narrated train, just a train going backwards and forwards. Ooh. I do watch, I don't watch a lot of trains anyway, to be honest, because I usually watch farming, but I do watch some of the Dovetail streams, and I watch Colonel Failure. He is hilarious. I love that guy. But yeah, I don't know. I just wondered. Well, and this is the thing. No, you're dead right, Kathy. You're dead right. Right, see, like both. Fair enough. No, that's cool.
No, and this is the thing, and I actually, you know what, the reality is that there are days when I feel like doing a chatting one. So it was late, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday night this week, and I was like, I just feel like playing trains. And you know what, I actually just feel like chatting while I'm doing it, and I recorded it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. There are other days I just feel like playing and recording it. There are other days I rarely feel like playing and not recording it, but, you know, just wondered. But no, that's cool. I mean, time lapses can be quite a lot of work. If only selecting the music, I'm very fussy about music, and I dare say I probably didn't need to be, but in fact I need to refresh my selection. Oops, going the wrong way, sorry, I'm too busy looking at the chat. Yeah, and I appreciate that actually, Kathy. You know what, I mean, look, I'm not yet, it's a tricky balance, right? So yeah, and I have done that too as well, actually. That's a fair point. So I have done some time lapses where I've said, right, this is a time lapse, that's what we're going to do. I have done some videos, and actually I could do this too, right? I've done some videos, and actually I watched a guy, is it BioGasPlant, who does a lot of racing sim stuff. He's really good. I watched him doing SnowRunner the other day, and he actually did some SnowRunner footage, which he did speeded up. It wasn't time lapse as such, but it was speeded up. It was a little bit quicker. It was maybe 2 times. It wasn't particularly fast. And then he narrated over the top, and I thought that was actually really good. I like that, so maybe I'll try something like that. I have done something like that before, where I've done a bit of narration over the top of some pre-recorded footage. Yeah, and the reality is, and you're right, Kathy, right? It is about doing what I enjoy. I am very keen on you know, improving the channel and growing it, and therefore I have to be a little bit conscious that at least some people out there like what I'm doing, right? No, I'm not going to apologise for what I'm doing. I try not to. I'm terrible for apologising too much, so I try not to do that. And it's, you know what, it is about doing what you want to do and doing it the way you want to do it, because apart from certainly farming sim, that's kind of the whole point of the game. And you're right, yeah, it puts me off too when people just go, oh no, you know, and my opinion would always be, you know, you're always going to get some people who don't like what you do, and you're always going to get those who just don't like it. You just don't like it just because maybe you're getting too popular, or you're, you know, whatever it is, right? So there's a bit of a balance between taking, you know, some of the commentary, and I didn't necessarily plan to just come and start this field, but I'm just getting on with it, because I'm not going to drive all the way back down there and refill this. I am going to get a tanker and do that. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. Yeah, so it's a tricky balance, right, between trying to please not everybody. You can't please everybody. Not everyone's going to like everything you do. That's just the fact of life, right? And certainly not everyone's going to like the way you do it. This is also certainly true. But yeah, it's fine. But I appreciate the feedback. Thanks, guys. It's helpful and encouraging. And you know, the channel is growing. It's doing the right thing. Right. What time is it? Oh, 1 o'clock. So I've been going for about an hour and a half. Yeah. I think you need to do it slowly. It's got to feel natural, right? Speaking of which, I should do some Beat Saber today. Not done Beat Saber for a while. I mean, what I have started doing, and it is helping, is being a bit more active. So for the first time ever, I've actually created myself a page on Facebook and linked it to my personal Facebook account, which I was never going to do, but I just thought, actually, you know what, I couldn't figure out a way to create a channel only Facebook page, so I'm actually just going to empty this and I'm going to take it down to the store. Not enough space. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what, we'll unload it at the store, it's fine. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, but actually it's helped, because it now means I'm on the forums and I'm linking people to my videos, and I put links on my YouTube page, and it's helping, it's encouraging, it's good, it's fun. On the whole, it's going in roughly the right direction at a gentle pace. And you're right, Kathy, you don't want to get too big too soon. That'd be crazy. Now, what map next, do you think, guys? Am I going to do Sandy Bay, or am I going to do Gateshead? You've seen those. They are beautiful maps, both of them. So it'll be not enough space to unload. Really? Come on. A couple of pallets. Okay, we might not be able to unload this. It really just won't do it. Maybe I can't unload this. Oh, you know what? It's less than 1,000 litres of each. I think we'll live with it. Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh, would you like to tell me your opinion? Yeah, do it, Zeke. I'll message you later. Yeah, go for it, Kathy, of course. I'm always interested. And I guess the one thing I was going to ask you as well, actually, specifically, because I know you really, well, you've reported positive things on Alien Jim's Discord. Oh no, it wasn't. You replied to, sorry, I beg your pardon, you commented on one of my videos, didn't you? Pair it, sell it, done. Yeah, because I was going to ask you, because I wasn't getting many views on this series, which is why I've gone over to doing it as time lapse, and actually it's allowing me more time during the week to do other things on the maps and things like that I wouldn't normally do on screen. Yeah, I could put up a link on my Facebook page, a link to my Facebook page. I'll put it on the Discord, if that's alright, Jeff. Oh, interesting. So the game sounds too loud. Okay, fair enough. That's good feedback. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that. Yeah. So the one thing I was going to ask was, is this farm? I have no idea what I'm doing next. I'm now completely absorbed in the chat. Let's just have a quick look at the map. Good. Everyone's got a layer of slurry, digestate technically, and we've started on one. I think we need a truck and a tanker. Yeah, so well, in that case, that's an easy fix. So let's fix that. Part of the reason I'm probably not quite loud enough is I usually have another pair of headphones over my head, which makes me talk louder, but they're USB based, and I've only got 2 slots. I need a USB hub to plug in. Now I've got my side panel and my steering wheel. That's a problem. Let's see if that's... I'll tell you what, this rain's really loud, which isn't going to help. No. Okay. Yeah, so is this better than... Yeah, that does make sense. Totally. The rain is quite loud, actually, and it sure is raining a lot. This island, wow, look at that cloud. That's a very threatening cloud. It's also round. That's a round cloud. Are they always like that? They're not always like that in front. It almost looks like a blooming tornado. Look at that. Anyway, yeah, is this... Do you prefer, and this is a general comment to anybody really, live streams or pre-recorded edited stuff, sort of 30-40 minutes? Anyone any particular preference? I used to do this as an edit video. Oh, so we've got the in-game modulo,
I've used that before. Oh my goodness me, but that's got a good capacity though. You know what, that's exactly what we need. On the assumption that I can unload from that into the one that I'm using, which I should be able to. Ooh, those are expensive. I mean, yeah, I have used that field tanker before, but on the other hand, it's by far got the biggest capacity of everything that I've got. I'd have to drive it very carefully back up here. Technically, yeah, you're supposed to use it as storage, not... Oh, fine. Then let's do this. I'm not going to get a truck, I don't see the point, and I'm only going to lease it. Just because. That looks pretty cool. Wide tyres. I stick traditional. I like the Garant colour. What am I doing? Stick traditional, I like the Garant colours. Lease it. Don't see the point in buying it. Interesting. Okay, no, that's good feedback. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. That's really useful. Right, need a dolly. Could regret this. Oh, I haven't got any other dollies. Oh, well, fine. Doesn't matter. Right, let's grab the old tractor then. And that's the thing. I generally think I reach a wider audience by doing live streams. Plus, I quite like the fact actually I do one on No Man's Land, one on here, and it's only the second weekend that I've done this, and then it gives me time to either play just for myself or play in just to do a bit more during the week, catch up on things that we're doing that I didn't want to do on screen, or, and this was the other reason I started doing it, take the time to do the landscaping on No Man's Land, which I will never do on screen because it takes an awful lot of faffing and fiddling, and well, frankly I also need to concentrate on it as well. Right. The inevitable happened. I dropped my controller. Sorry. Are we all back? Can you hear me okay? Right, anyway. Yes, and on that note, and actually I shall definitely... I'll definitely check in more of your stuff out, Kathy, and yeah, I need to watch more of that. Right, where are we going? Anyone coming? No, road's clear. Let's go. So yeah, anyone, if you've seen, curious, just while we're chatting and getting opinions and stuff, what do you think? Should we go from Shamrock to, because I'm going to find this a really tough decision to make, should we go from Shamrock to Sandy Bay, or should we go from Shamrock to Gateshead, if any of you have seen that? Because Daggerwin did a first look on Gateshead. I was absolutely going to get Sandy Bay, another Oxygendavid map, looks amazing. Incredible features. I've been watching Daggerwin play on it. It's just astounding. But then I watched Gateshead. Interesting. Good feedback. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I watched Gateshead, and oh my goodness me, that's a beautiful map, and set in Scotland, which is a bonus. And since I can't get there for my summer holiday like I was planning to. Plus, the nice thing, it's new, and you know, in the same way this was on 17 and it wasn't on console on 17 and I hadn't played it on 17, Sandy Bay was on 17 and I didn't play it on 17, so it's not a new map as such, it's just got loads of really good features. Yeah, I mean what I'll probably end up doing is just do a first look, either stream or video, wow, stop, when they come out, and we'll make a decision based on that, I should think. I should do what I usually do and make some loose reason why I need to move back. It's quite tempting actually, because I was in Peterville before I came here. It's very tempting to go back to Gateshead just for that, right? But it does look like an incredible map. So I was just catching up on the chat. Actually, yeah, you would say that, Zeke. You catch me up, Kathy. Go for it. Why not? So you should. I'm gonna rude. Sorry. Beep beep. Meet me. Oh, it's 4:15. Light's starting to go. That's about right. Oh, perfect. There was no point in getting anything bigger because there wasn't enough left. Yeah, I remember us talking about that, Zeke, oh so long ago. Back when I was on Peterville. I think that was when you first started watching me, wasn't it? I'm not even going to attempt a Scottish accent, despite the fact I was born in Glasgow. You'd never know it. We left when I was 3, so I just never really had the chance. I nearly went to Strathclyde University for my masters, if only, well, because I wanted to do the topic that they were offering, but also if only because it would, I was kind of assuming it would help me develop a Scottish accent, spending a bit of time there. But no. Sadly I went to London instead and developed an East London accent. You don't need to indicate, I know where you're going. Because if you're indicating there, you're going to go through my gate, and you're not going through my gate, because it's my gate. Peterville was a great map. The only thing I didn't like about Peterville was the collisions on the hedges. I actually watched a little bit of my stuff in Peterville the other day and thought, oh, I really like that map. I want to go back. I've still got the save. We could go back and revisit. Yeah, that's easily done. I understand that, Kathy. Oh yeah, then you have to be very careful, see, indeed. Let's take a sip of cold coffee. Those insulating cups are never as good as they should be. Still, it's been going since 9 o'clock this morning, so that's not that surprising. Actually, 8:30. On which point it's 4:30, and I'll knock time down a stage, because otherwise, after I finish streaming and go and sort out the animals, I'll be doing it all in the dark. Perhaps I should have used the big Massey to do this. Slightly slow. Air temperature is 4 degrees. Ground temperature is still only 1. Still got a long way to go before we can start seeding. But I'm still hoping we'll be able to start tomorrow. Oh, the water trigger on Peterville, the one that didn't work properly. Yes, I do, because I had to put a standpipe in. It never worked, did it? Am I right? Yeah, you're right there, Kathy. That's a good point. Got to be careful. Come on, JCB, you can do it.
It seems to rain a lot. Mine's just probably quite realistic. It probably should rain a lot. We are an island after all. And my experience of Ireland is it does rain a lot. Rain overnight. It was dry for about 3 hours and then it started raining again. Oh no, I've actually got so much weight I'm going to drive slower than the cars up the hill. Like gibberish. Oh yeah, Lancashire accent is awesome. Ooh, those flashing LEDs on my dashboard can't be good, right? That's not good. Yep, I think I need to service the tractor. Here we go then. Quick nip out. Definitely know there's never anything coming from the right, which is good. Full steam ahead, yeah. Only just though. Look, it's messing with the electrics. Maybe it's time we upgraded to the 8000. Is it 8000? It is, right? The big one. There are a lot of hills here, that's for sure. Right, so if I leave that there, where did I leave the thing? Oh, I took it to the yard. Oh, you doofus. Quick spin round. Let's go get the spreader. And let's see how much of this, well, not we're going to get the whole field done, but let's see how much we can get done. We have got a small amount of slurry. Not a lot. It's only about 3,000 or 4,000 litres up at the pigs. But actually, between what's there now and maybe by tomorrow, there'll be enough. Might be enough actually to finish the field off, which would be awesome. What's that? It's funny, I've never noticed it before. Isn't that weird? You found modded ones. Ah, you're on PC, I assume, because there aren't any modded JCBs for console, sadly. Do love a JCB. It's funny, I've never noticed that before. Wow, how unobservant am I? I suppose I'm usually just shooting around like a nutter. Where did I leave it? It's over here somewhere, right? Oh yes, there it is. That's the business end. We want the other end. Of course, what we are going to struggle to do is actually turn it around in here, because that's the only other problem with this JCB, is its turning circle. When it's towing, it just can't do it. Actually no, it's alright, it's coping, just about nicely done. So what's the general opinion, guys, seasons or not? I only asked because Titch asked me yesterday. Hang on, what? Brilliant. Sorry, just catching up. Yeah, what's the what do you guys do? Do you play seasons on or seasons off? Obviously I'm doing this one seasons. This is my semi. Actually, you know what, let's grab that slurry. We might as well. We'll take it because this is empty already, so use that up. And I actually found it really hard to give an answer when asked outright, do you prefer with seasons or without? I think there's a rhythm that you get from seasons
No, that way. That's the advantage of rear steer wheels, is that you can see what the steering wheel's doing. This just actually doesn't want to, so again, slight challenge of this tractor. There we go. Knew we'd get there in the end. Wow, that's more than I thought. That's nearly a full tank's worth. Awesome. By tomorrow they'll be the same again. $13. Nice. Any play seasons, bit of both. Yeah, and I think that's it. I sort of agree with you. See, I like the rhythm of playing the seasons. When we didn't have seasons on 19, I was a bit, oh, we need seasons back. It just gets a little bit too manic, depending on, you know, I've even tried it slowing down, you know, playing at times 5 with slow crop growth, playing at times 1 with slow crop growth, but still the fields just turn over far too fast, and if you've got a lot of fields, it can quickly get a bit much. Playing with seasons just puts a bit more rhythm to it, which is rather nice. Yeah, and I mean, you know, I'm currently playing No Man's Land without seasons just because I'm just starting out. I thought it'd be a really dull thing to watch if I was just, you know, there wouldn't be that much going on if I, you know, only got a few fields and seasons on. But once I've built up the farm, I will put seasons on it, almost certainly. Quite looking forward to trying them. Geo. Which is curious, but yeah, you know, it just adds another dimension to the game, right? I think the only thing I'd say about seasons for me is it's great and it's realistic and I love it, but my goodness me, there's so many options with animals now. It's just a little bit overwhelming at times, but that's not to say that I dislike it at all. It's just a lot to get your head around, that's all. Yeah, exactly. No, that's right. Wash, rinse, repeat is a bit. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Right. And out again. There we go. Beautiful. So I did a stream on the Valley of the Old Farm the other day, Thursday night, just because it came out, and I was like, oh, I've been wanting to play that map. But I can't start another. I just can't. I just did it as a, just have a quick look round, bit of play. I actually did it as a bit of a, this is how you can start a map. It's one way to start a map, you know. It's kind of fun. But I'm actually thinking at some point, I'm probably, you know, when I've decided to stop playing No Man's Land, I might do it as a, which will be a long way away, by the way. I have no intention to stop playing No Man's Land anytime soon. But yeah, I might do it as a, start from scratch, because I haven't done start from scratch yet. I thought it'd be quite fun to do. The Scottish map, Gateshead. It's another one from MJ Modding, same guy that did Peterville. But he's got a few mods, few maps in the pipeline, because he's doing Tom Pemberton Farms as well. This is what we got to, so I need to come back and do that corner, switch that off because we're slowing down. It really is raining a lot. That's not going to do that corner, is it? Oh well, it'll do for now. I'll come back and do that later. Steering. Oversteering. And that was it anyway. Yeah, it should be. Yes, I think his intention is to bring it to console as well. It's a big map though. It's reputedly 600 megabytes. I mean, he's not finished it yet, so I'm assuming he may manage to compress it down. Right, hopefully. Yep, there it is. There it goes. Coming out the rain for a minute. I think it's semi-fictional, but it is supposed to be based on a particular area, and I'll be honest and say I can't remember where. That didn't work, did it? We'll come a bit further down and turn around. It's just a touch steep. There we go, this will do. May as well start from this side again. Quick, quick, quick. It looks incredible. It just looks amazing. I dread to think how many slots it's used, and that could be its one limitation. But then you see we've got the same issue with this map, and actually I've managed. I've just bought less equipment, kept less equipment than I might do normally, and just leases. And when I use, which again with seasons you can do that, it's fine. You know, I don't know why I kept a seed all year, frankly, because you don't need to. You should just lease it, use it, get rid of it. You know, rather than having it sitting around the yard. You know, there's no need for you to have a harvester all the time and a seeder all the time and a cultivator all the time when you're running seasons. It's just pointless. So slots is slightly less relevant unless you want to do lots of modifications or run multiple farms or, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, 600 meg is a big map. But as I say, it's not finished yet, so maybe it'll compress down by the time he's had a chance to make it more efficient in its storage. There it goes. Oh, we're not going to have enough. We're not going to have enough. No. Get as close as we can. There we go. Got enough to fill it again, maybe, just? Yep, okay. Fine. You know, I'm just going to drive to the hedge. I know that's terrible. But the chance of me being able to reverse out of there, especially with the JCB, is pretty slim. Right, let's just do this patch here so we don't miss anywhere that we've sort of already done through bad coverage. Done. Right, and then let's do that in this. Well, actually we could do it on the edge here, look, and say I'll go and do that corner for the same reason, but we could just do this edge bit and it'd be fine. There we go. No, cool. Oh wow. Oh, if it is based around there, that would be awesome. Just move over a bit so we don't waste it too much. Go through the hedge. Nice. Yeah, I'll do that, Z. You take care, my friend. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Good to chat to you again. Catch up. I won't be long here anyway. Just finish up the last of this slurry, and I think I'll call it a day. Slurry, digestate, you know what I mean. This stuff. This smelly stuff. And you will get a little bit more soon, because actually I've got some manure to sell. The BioGasPlant. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. It's barely worth it. In which case, I will actually keep this truck for now, because I just about sneak around before I hit that tree. No. Uh-oh, got myself in a pretty pickle here. I'm stuck. Come out the end again, turn around. Yeah, because I've got manure at the cows. There's the last bit of manure down the pigs will be produced overnight. So actually, yeah, we'll be able to get some more digestate. Not a lot though, but of course, equally we'll have some more slurry by the morning from the pigs. So we should have enough to finish at least this field, even if we don't have enough to do field 3, which is a pretty big field, so we won't. So that will have to be sprayed a bit later in the year, I think. Sorry, who's reading the chat? Yeah, I'll do that. Right, let's finish this little patch here. Let's get some speed up. Come on. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. You haven't let me down yet when I've been trying to desperately finish off little patches. Come on, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. I'm just going to let that run, to be honest. Nice. Lovely. So there's only a little patch of this field left. So maybe a couple of loads of slurry by the morning between here and between the pig farm up here and the pig farm down below, because they're about to run out of straw, so they'll be producing slurry. I'm going to leave that tanko right there for now. Cool. Let's see. There we go. We're in. Right. Ah, that was a busy day. Lots done. It's late in the afternoon and it's still raining. I'll finish off the animals. We've covered most of the day. Finish off the animals. Get them sorted out, all cleaned out, tidied up overnight, so they're all sorted, and we'll be back on here sometime. Sorry, losing my voice. Back on here sometime next weekend. So, Jeff, Kathy, and Von Zeke, who's just left, thank you very much for joining me. It was really great to chat to you all. I really appreciate your coming and keep me company, saying hello, chatting along, and you know, the support, the ideas, the comments, the feedback, all very, very, very much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed it, and for those that don't already, which I think pretty much all you guys do, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated, and I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers everybody. Bye for now. Cheers, Kathy. Thanks, Jeff. Speak to us soon.